I am downstairs at my dining room table because my We Create laser engraver is engraving right now, and we're not going to let that stop us. The Go2Craft Auto Tumbler Press comes with a user manual for sublimating mugs, and obviously I didn't read it carefully enough. Let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. In today's tutorial, I am going to be quickly sublimating 3 of the mugs that I purchased from Michael's here locally in Houston. Now, I am only going to use the mug setting that is a preset on the Go2Craft. I will caution you that during this tutorial, I am actually going to break the handle off of this mug. I am going to do my best to try to get some glue and get it glued back on before we finish, but whether we do or not, make sure if you are going to be using the Go2Craft for mugs that you pay attention to the directions, which say to keep the handle up against this holder right here. All right, at the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's get started. These are basically the materials that I used during this process, with the exception, of course, of my Go2Craft and this printer. This is my Epson EcoTank 2760. And I just use 8.5 by 11 A-sub sublimation paper. And my printer has Hippo sublimation ink inside. I printed my images from Silhouette Studio. Here I am at my desk with my Go2Craft Auto Tumbler Press. I have 3 mugs here that I'm planning to use. There are recommendations for pressing times on each individual mug, and they are not all the same. I do, however, think the recommendations that are included are for use with a sublimation oven, so I didn't follow those settings. I'm going to use the preset number 4 setting that comes with the Go2Craft Auto Tumbler Press. So right now I've powered it on in the back, and I'm going to use the glitter mug to heat up the tumbler press. Make sure to keep the handle close to that edge right there, the little holder that's on the on the auto tumbler press, to make sure you don't break the handle. I wish I had followed my own directions. Okay, so right now it's heating up. It's going to start to close, and while it is heating up, I will start to get my images wrapped around the other 2 mugs. We are going to start with the frosted mug first. I did use butcher paper around the mug. I'm not measuring the butcher paper true to size. I just cut a piece that was big enough to wrap around the mug completely, and I'm just stuffing the excess inside the top of the mug. And when I get it inserted, I'm going to make sure that the butcher paper is, tight or close as possible to the mug, and I will press the start button that's located on top. Now, it is a little bit hard trying to get the mug inserted into the Go2Craft Auto Tumbler Press, but you see I'm making sure the handle is touching that notch even when I press the start button. So I'll get another view so you can see what the top looks like, but I'm just going to let it go through a full cycle. It's 400 degrees, and you'll see what that looks like. Now, I did record this sped up, but hopefully you can see what's happening. Right here, we're at an overhead view. I'm using the 4th setting, which is a preset. What I did was the 400 degrees for 200 seconds. Then I removed the butcher paper and I put the mug back inside with no butcher paper, just the sublimated image, and I let the mug go through a second cycle. Now I'm inserting the second mug. I have butcher paper on top. I'm still using the mug preset, 400 degrees, 200 seconds, and I'm going to remove the butcher paper and put it back in with no butcher paper on top, making sure the handle is up against that notch that's in front. When you have your setting on this number 4 preset, it doesn't rotate, so there is no worry about the mug rotating. So right here is where I'm getting ready to have that break. I'm going to zoom out so you can see it better, but it went through the first cycle 400 degrees for 200 seconds, and then once I put the mug back in, so as soon as I put the mug back in, the handle broke off. What I did was I put the mug back in anyway, and I just pretended like the handle was still there so the mug wouldn't drop all the way down. And I'm not even sure why I did that. I just wanted to be consistent with what I did with the other mugs. I still let this go through the second cycle, 400 degrees for 200 seconds. Let's see the results. All right, so my We Create is still engraving a tumbler, and I didn't want to wait. I have already sublimated all 3 of these, and I decided not to try to put this handle back on until I see what the image looks like, because maybe I won't like it anyway. This was the first one that I sublimated. This is a 11.8 ounce frosted mug, and let's see how it turned out. All of these have cooled down completely. Oh, oh. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is looking really good. Look at this. Look at how pretty this is. Look at how pretty this is. I think I only paid $2. I know I paid close to $2 for this mug, and this is gorgeous. Look at how pretty this is. I love this. Oh my gosh. All right, this was the second one. This is a 11 ounce. This is an 11 ounce glitter mug, also the Make Market brand. And let's see how it turned out. Just gonna kind of rip it up. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. Look at this. She overcame everything that was meant to destroy her. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous. Go2Craft, you did your big one like you always do. Okay, that's really, really good. All right, so this is the this is the broken handle one. So I tried to do the same thing that I did here, which was to sublimate first with butcher paper and then take the butcher paper off and let it go again. Let me see if there's any. There's no damage to the inside of my press, even though I didn't use butcher paper the second time around. But let's see how my images turned out. And it's a good thing you couldn't hear the sound because, oh yeah, I gotta put the handle on. Oh, that's pretty. Go2Craft. Go2Craft. You did a really good job. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to bring it closer so you can see it. So I definitely have to get the handle put back on and get this wiped down. Oh my gosh. This is excellent. Excellent. So I don't know if my settings were the exact right thing to do. The only thing I would do differently next time if I were sublimating mugs is be more careful with my handle. Other than that, I love the way all of these turned out. I am shook, and I don't get shook. I do the shaking. I just think that this turned out, all of these mugs turned out fantastic. They're 3 different sizes, even though it might be a little bit hard to tell. But I love the way each of these turned out. And hopefully you found this helpful. You see I didn't change any of the settings. I kept all of them on the setting number 4, which was for mugs. And all of the settings on the paper, on the information was different, but I didn't follow that. I just used the setting here. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.